welcome back. This is In Focus, and it's time now for our twice-weekly In Focus health segment.
And health reporter Linord Moudou joins us now with a look at some of the pros and cons of playing the world's most popular game, soccer. Hello, Linord.
Hello, Vincent. It's all about soccer today. And with the Africa Cup of Nations underway, let's take a look at some health implications connected with playing football. Many call it football, others soccer. The team sport is one of the most practiced sports around the world. Experts agree, playing football is good for your health. Yoshi Dvorak is professor of neurology and heads the medical department of FIFA, Fédération Internationale de Football Association.
Football is an ideal exercise to improve your physical fitness and also to become healthier. So it's health-enhancing leisure activity.
Professional soccer players demonstrate their high level of fitness during their highly demanding games. An extensive research project concludes that football provides a broad spectrum of health effects that are at least as pronounced as for running. The University of Copenhagen-led project involved men, women, and children of all ages.
Now we have more scientific evidence that, for example, in middle-aged women, the calcification of the bone is increasing by playing regularly football, and many other aspects which are coming. You reduce your blood pressure. You also reduce your blood sugar if you are pre-diabetic.
For children, soccer can build stronger muscles and bones and help them maintain a healthy weight. U.S. First Lady Michelle Obama's Let's Move project aims to reduce obesity in children through diet and sports and promotes soccer as an activity. But like other sports, soccer does have some risk of injury.
Ankle injuries, distortions, knee injuries, distortions, meniscus lesions. Those are the most common injuries occurring on the pitch, being followed by muscle sprain and strains, particularly the hamstrings, muscles, and the adductors of the upper leg. Those are the most common injuries we have. So the lower extremities, they account more than 60 to 70% of all injuries occurring in football.
Soccer players can also receive injuries of the spine, head and neck, but Professor Dvorak says they are rare.
In soccer, the head and brain injuries are extremely seldom in comparison to our contact sports, and concussions are occurring. They can be also diagnosed, and if somebody is concussed, that there is a clear protocol how to deal with it. And the players usually return to play after 7 to 14 days back again without any danger that there would be a significant damage. And there is really not a strong scientific evidence that, for example, heading the ball would have a negative impact on the brain.
To reduce common injuries, Professor Dvorak says there are some basic steps to follow.
Well, particularly in recreational sport, it is very important that the kids or the players, whatever age they are, and their coaching staff are appropriately informed, and before the match or before the training session, an appropriate warm-up should be performed. In this respect, FIFA developed a routine warm-up program called 11+, very simple exercises but highly efficient. And we have proven that the rate of injuries, if done properly and regularly, can be reduced by 30 to 50%. Those are the non-contact injuries. And then for the contact injuries, number one is fair play. You don't do something intentional. Of course, this is the ideal situation. It's a combat game and it's not always guaranteed. So FIFA also took action with the lawmakers, and all tacklings which could be potentially dangerous are to be punished by yellow or red card.
Professor Dvorak says a red card can be given in other cases, such as when two players are going for the ball with the head and they use their elbows to push the opponent away. He says this tactic can lead to head injuries. But Professor Dvorak says the rules and sanctions have helped in creating a safer game.
And when we look the past 3 World Cups, then we have significant decrease of head and brain injuries and concussions after this law of the game has been implemented. So basically we are following the process of risk assessment and appropriate risk management.
To help prevent injuries, FIFA's 11+ routine warm-up program has 3 parts with a total of 15 exercises, including running at a low speed combined with active stretching. For more information, log on to FIFA's website at fifa.com. Now joining us in the studio to talk more about football is retired Cameroonian footballer Emile Mbouh. Mr. Mbouh played professionally in 5 countries and participated in 1990 and 1994 at the World Cup with his team, the Indomitable Lion of Cameroon. He currently runs the Emile Mbouh Soccer Academy in Rockville, Maryland. Mr. Mbouh, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Now, when you were playing professionally, were you ever injured?
Myself, I've never been injured, but I saw some of my teammates badly injured.
What were some of the injuries that they had?
The common injuries were knees, ankles, and sometimes some concussions.
How were you able to prevent injuries from happening to you?
The prevention is, first of all, is warming up. You have to warm up properly to be able to prevent them. But anything can happen during a game.
Absolutely. And did you see cases where some of your teammates or some friends were not able to return to the game after being injured, like some very bad injuries?
Yes, I had some friends who had MCL on the knee, and ACL. They had to undergo surgery, and sometimes to come back were very difficult because to recuperate is not easy. Sometimes you can come back, but you'll never be the same person.
Before, when you were playing professionally, the 11+ program that FIFA established was not yet established. What were some of the basic steps that you were taking as professionals to warm up correctly?
You had to be very focused on warming up, as I said, to prepare your muscles before the games or before practices. That was the only steps we had to do to prevent those injuries.
Such as stretching.
Yes, stretching, running a little bit, because your muscles have to be warm up before stretching. Then very good profound stretch help.
Now you are also heading now the Emile Mbouh Soccer Academy, dealing with children, I believe age 5 to 19. How do you prepare the children?
Well, most and foremost is prevention. We talk to the parents, we educate them, because what people don't do much in football, I guess, is educate parents, because we have little kids around us. You have to educate them how to warm up properly, how to prevent some injuries, and because nutrition is a very big part of it too. And then with the parents, we have to talk about all these things. Now,
what about cases where children have a medical condition? Do you have a way to push the parent to disclose that? Because sometimes we've seen cases where parents did not disclose a child's condition. How do you handle that?
You know, sometimes parents feel that when they disclose some information regarding the health of the kids, they say much. But I think it's very important for a coach to know what transpires in a kid's health, because you'll be able to handle it properly and know when to stop something or not. Then what we do, we have a form. The parents have to fill up and tell us what's with the kids.
Okay, quickly before I let you go, you have to let me in on a secret. I hear that sometimes soccer players fake injuries so they can get some rest.
Oh, boy.
Is that true?
It can happen. It can happen. Some players can fake an injury because sometimes during the game, you're a little tired and you just fall down and pretend that there's something, but not about it. And sometimes some fake fouls and injuries to get maybe a PK or a free kick.
Oh, how about that? Now you will be in real trouble, I bet you.
For sure, yes.
Well, Mr. Mbouh, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
And we thank Mr. Emile Mbouh for joining us here on In Focus. Emile Mbouh is former Cameroonian footballer and administrator of the Emile Mbouh Soccer Academy in Rockville, Maryland.